Process to demand the right things be done. Our country cannot continue this way, where we have become negative in everything. We must now do the right thing. And that right is that small countries of the world are trying to do things rightly. You saw how even Ghana had to recall a high commissioner because of he did the wrong thing during primary. And then the giant of Africa is the one that wants to do things wrongly. What is wrong in just a simple process of transmitting vote properly? Simple transmission. It's not a difficult thing. Allow the elections to go through the normal process. Whoever wins will accept. So why are you bringing us of confusion?
I want to ask a question. Last week they protested, and last night the Senate issued a statement saying that they are going to have an emergency plenary sitting tomorrow. Doesn't that make a difference?
That's what we are trying to make sure they make that difference.
So are you coming here tomorrow to protest as well?
No. When they sit tomorrow, after they are sitting tomorrow,
they will lagging behind. It's as if it's the Nigerian Situation Room that is working. They are working towards this action.
We are working.
Protesting.
We are doing that. That's what. It's good you are seeing me.
Well, there's always a first time for everything. Let's just get on that side with people. He's here for the people. Media, be behind the police. Be behind the police.
That mic is not working. That mic is not working. That mic is not working. I don't want to talk to you.
Can you stay back? Let me go and speak to the head of the
You like the please, just give room.
We're here. Please don't enter that place, bro.
Nobody should come here. Let me block here. Please, nobody should come this way.
We're here. Still in the field demanding for everyone is here. What do you demand the direct anyway?
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
It's okay,
It's okay, yes, sir.
it's okay, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom. I say what is
Let's talk to us. What is the danger in allowing the status quo as it is now?
Can we answer the question? Can you just address us? Address the people. He said let him address the people before. Then you go.
Well, let me stand by thanking passionate Nigerians that have come out this morning to be able to be part of this just demand for free, transparent election process. I thank all of you. We must have a better and a new Nigeria where all of us can be proud to say we are Nigerians. Our demand here is just, it's simple, it's not a complicated thing. That's why we're here this morning. The police have advised us that we cannot go beyond this gate. As law-abiding citizens, we are accepting that, but we need to address our concerns about this country and election. What we want is an electoral process that is transparent from beginning to finish. Our demands about the amendment is simple. Let us have an amendment that allows first, let's know qualification of people who want to contest the election. And that qualification must be advertised. So if anybody says,
Kenny, welcome. Is America in Aso Rock?
I want to do this university.
Where the updates now? Share the updates. Send that to my email now.
Through party primaries and everything. And finally, the election must be
Michael, welcome.
Electronically from the polling booth direct. We don't want any transit point any longer. Let people watch it. That's what is happening in South Africa. That's happening in Ghana. That's happening everywhere. The giants of Africa have refused to be giants in anything. We cannot continue to shame Africa. We now want giants of Africa to be true giants of Africa. And the only way we can do it is to live a transparent, honest life, starting from our election processes.
So, what is the danger if Nigeria goes into election with the current state of the Electoral Act?
You don't need to tell us the danger. The danger is solved in 2023. The danger was clear. We have suffered the danger. That's what we have suffered before. We don't want any glitch again. Glitch is finished. We want things to come happen directly. No more glitch.
Any other question?
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, just can you tell us, give a summary of why we are here?
I've thanked patriotic Nigerians that came out this morning in a peaceful protest to be able to tell our National Assembly members that our vote must count. We want giants of Africa to be true giants.
Yeah, they go do the diplomatic thing now.
And that must start.
They go do the diplomatic thing.
Nation.
Of course, they go meet this thing.
Our electoral process,
my brother, you know, go just
transparent.
Who will they look, sha?
Our electoral process must be free and fair. I've said it several times. If you want to answer His Excellency. If you want to answer this.
When I hear say judges they angry say FBI and DA never released the full unredacted report of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Parallel News carried it. People's Gazette carried it. They have given them an ultimatum to release everything about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We dey here. We dey listen to the cassettes. If you are not old enough to know what cassette is, I'm sorry. Google it. Google is your friend. They are playing the cassette in real time. And yeah, Kene, I feel they can't just come. You know now, Africa no just come like that. Just start today. They go do the diplomatic thing first. I know me, I'm in a hurry to see reaction. But what will they observe? The movie go long.
Distinguished. If you want to answer honorable, the process through which you come into office must be honorable, it must be distinguished, and it must be excellent. Excellent. Yes. And that process starts by, first, your qualification, which is stipulated in the law. You must show us the primary school you went to, the secondary school, the university. That's where it starts. So you're qualified to even contest that election. You go through all the processes of campaigning, through where we're going to have normal campaign, debates, everything, because you're offering yourself to the people. And finally, on that election day, the result must be transmitted from the polling booth.
That's what I said now, unredacted. The judges say me they release them unredacted.
That's in real time. That's what happened in South Africa. That was happened in Ghana. That's what happened on other African countries. The giant of Africa should be giant now. Not giant in doing the wrong thing. We want it to be a true giant.
Okay, sir, but it's like they didn't allow you to enter.
Yes, the police said we cannot enter. As law-abiding citizens, we are not part of rascality. We decided to obey that law, but we have conveyed our message to those who are supposed to know. And that message is clear.
Peter Obi say na law abiding. Peter Obi shift no law abiding for this anymore. We appreciate you showed up, but please not show up tomorrow. It's not this smart you want to they talk law abiding. I beg.
But we are talking about what will endure for the future of the country. We need this country. We need the unity. We need the peace.
What is the implication of this action of the students on 2027 election?
You have seen the implication in 2023 election. We want to end glitch. No more glitch.
Now that we've given access into the National Assembly, what next step are we going to take?
We've conveyed our message. Our message is now known to them. Message is known to everybody. That's what you're carrying now. And we follow it up.
So why do you think the Senate President said that there will no mandatory transmission of results? What do you think? Is it because they want to rig the election, or?
I said you've seen the consequence in 2023. We don't want that repeat.
Excellency, sir, the Senate President is saying that
our vote.
Nigerian people, greatest Nigerian people, of the greatest Nigerian people. We are citizens, we are not slaves. We are citizens, we are not slaves. And we're here today making demands, Nigerians from all walks of life. And we're saying that indeed we want electronic transmission of results. And I'm speaking today, and I'm saying, we do not want situation where senators are coming out and making press conferences.
Bam.
Neither do we want situation where they are coming out and doing media
Oriyomi, welcome.
Twitter spaces.
Yes.
And again, I'm saying to you, they have the constitutional power and authority to indeed ensure that there's real-time electronic transmission of results. That is all
Simple.
Nigerians are asking
We even
for.
need more than
The
that,
Senate
Sha.
President is saying that there are places where there are no network. If they don't have, which is a shame, by the way, Nigerians will provide that network. If INEC can register everywhere, they can also provide those networks. And we're saying indeed that the voices of the people should be heard.
Thank you. Great Nigerian people of the greatest and super greatest Nigerian people. Great Gbogbo, great Gbagba, great B. I want to talk, I want to say, I want to speak, I want to. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the history of the Nigerian people, we've seen people coming out, but this coming out is the one of the most greatest coming out because His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi is here with us.
The president of the people.
And the reason why His Excellency is here is to show you the capacity of energy. He was in Enugu, he was in Asaba, he was also in Delta State. Yesterday he was in Kano. Today is here to solidarize with you. Tell me, how many of the presidential candidates has come out to come and support you in this regard? Two, the issue is about the lives and properties of Nigerian people. They have held us in perpetual poverty for too long. The only thing that we hold on to ourselves is having a credible election. It's credible election that will give us credible leaders.
I'm telling you, Kene. That made me say everybody go they save their money. We go need to buy Starlink if we need to carry go
at the collection center. We say no to collection center. We say direct transmission of results. We say we must have credible election in Nigeria. No transmission of results in election. No election.
Yes.
Election must be done credibly. We must have credible leaders in Nigeria. Great Nigerian people.
We are back here tomorrow morning. Dr. Tanko, the issue is not that no credible election and no credible, what did you say? No transmission. No, there has to be transmission. It's sacrosanct. Let me tell you something. The fact is that the National Assembly has the power to pass it and they must pass it. Yes. The same way they did their 2/3 when it came to rivers, they must do that same 2/3. So we are not saying no, there will be election, there will be a mandatory electronic transmission of results. Real time. They must listen to the people because the people are the ones who employ them to be in the National Assembly. That's what it's for.
Let me talk. Well, on behalf of other civil society coalitions, the lawyers in defense of democracy are here.
Exactly, it's the real fraud. That coalition
Elections, there is no democracy. The current administration supported the June 12th movement. It was about free and fair elections. Do we have Democrats who are afraid of peaceful elections in Nigeria? Nigerians, if this... Are you okay? But the most important thing is whether they pass it or not. We must mobilize against 2027. Tomorrow, National Assembly is reconvening and they will meet us here until the right thing is done. We thank you, our leaders who came to show solidarity with us, and we say, Aluta continua.
Well, on behalf of other coalitions of civil society that are here, I represent Lawyers in Defense of Democracy. My name is Barrister Kere Kingdom. We were here on Friday. We are here again today. We will be here tomorrow. We are saying simple, leveraging on what our leader, the president of the masses, have said, Mr. Peter Obi. We are saying no to wrongful exercise of description. We are saying that in this Electoral Act 2026, there must be a compulsory provision that election results must be transmitted from the very polling booth to online, real time, so that they can view it from IRS. We are saying no wrongful exercise of description. The description that Yakub Mahmoud exercised when he leveraged on the current
exactly, Kenny, very good step. I want this to be the energy going forward. Satsu, welcome.
If an objection is raised, you will suspend everything and resolve it. When objection was raised, he ignored it and continued and delivered a wrong result, a fraudulent result. So we are saying no wrongful exercise of description. The Senate must know that Nigerians are saying no and will resist wrongful exercise of description. The issue of whether election should be transmitted to the IRF must not be left at the discretion of the INEC chairman. That is the message. It must not be left at the discretion of INEC chairman. Let us, Nigerian people, let us no more glitches, no more glitches, no more glitches. That's our message. Are you okay?
No, I'm not getting your thought. I just
Other people will give it to
just
you.
bring me.
He will give it to you. He will give it to you. All we say is very simple. Election must be transmitted from the polling booth to the RF, where everybody will sit. Election must take its process from the beginning of qualification to the campaigns, to the debates. Everything must be done in manner that we will show we are exemplary as giants of Africa. This giant must now rise and be giant. We cannot continue to be giants in doing the wrong thing. We want to be giants in doing the right thing now. You know, we must dismantle our criminality and show that we are now a nation that will show light to Africa.
Thank you so much.
This way. Nigeria must work for everybody.
Okay, moving on. Let me refresh. Man, there's a lot of videos that I packed up. I mean, we may not be able to go through all of it though. Just so you guys know, this morning, because I get things to go wrong this morning.
The propositions of the Senate President does not add up. If there's a Greek collapse, will it be only on those 9 states, to be precise?
No, but then it will affect the 9 states. Is it that people in 9 states don't make calls?
Wait, I'm coming. The 9 states he pointed out, I was talking about Greek collapse and no network. Are you telling me that up to today, No economic activities are going on in those states. No POS, no banking. Eh? And how did he come about these 9 states? Who gave him the data? Is it the network, or he just sat down in his office and assumed? Look, it did not add up, and it will never add up. Thank God some civil society groups are storming Abuja today. They are reconvening for an emergency session over this bill. Agbabio should pass this bill. Leave the other things for nature to take its course. Leave it for nature. Because if you transmit, it cannot come back to you. Even if there's a network glitch or whatever, the result you posted is already going. So whenever the network comes, it will still go on its own. You don't need to bring it out again and start using your hand. No. All these things are when you don't want to do anything, you must find one excuse or one reason or the other. Why can't this National Assembly and the federal government make sure that the networks cover those states? The network cover those states.
Right. Okay.
Yes, that is what they're supposed to do. Yes, they should do it.
All right. So
I like this energy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy. It has lifted. It has given some real hope. Nigerians watching this now, they will be charged. This is what is needed.
ISWAP, bandits, ISWAP, Mamuda, Lakurawa are doing real-time electronic transmission of their activities. They are doing electronic transmission of their kidnap ransom. They are doing TikTok live, electronic discussion of their kidnapping activities. They are on Twitter, tweeting electronically. Government, they tell me that they cannot electronically transmit my vote from the polling unit to IREV. It not work. A government that wants to take my tax, a government, I transfer money from one account, enter another account, you collect tax inside. Nekwemu, shame no catch you. I transfer money from account A to another account B, you collect tax, but you no want transmit election result electronically. So you like my tax, but you not like my vote. Poor I pour you spit at Babio. Wagbon. Your head is not correct. I pour you spit. Pregnant woman where they 8 months and 2 weeks. I pour you that pregnant woman spit. I pour you 90-year-old a day spit. I pour you a power day winner spit. You want my tax, but you don't want my vote. You are taking my tax, but you don't need my vote. You know how to take my tax, but you don't care about my vote. So I should give you money. You want to reap where you did not sow. You want to reap where you did not sow. We are using our taxes to service your libido.
Ooh. Oh my God, Nigerians.
For the Nigerian people. To the enemies of Nigeria. My dear Nigerians, I'm speaking English and okay talk. This battle we will fight, the battle of life and death. Yes. The wicked people want to come and go to go sleep. Me and you go sleep? No. The wicked people want to destroy our country. If you look at the government and 50 policemen, when they protect them. But people from Kwara don't get police to protect them. People from Bolu don't get police to protect them. We will allow? No. The only voice when you get as a citizen In a democracy, now your
Kene Ataya, a surprise. I don't see him. But I see some of him boys. I see some videos. I see some of him boys. I was really surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
All these recycled thieves that call themselves, but where is Atiku Abubakar?
That's a great question. Now let Peter Obi we see. Now who we see we know. I talk him.
To ADC. Where are you fucking criminals? Where are you? Where is Atiku? I'm gonna be honest, guys, right? We are in total darkness today in Nigeria. All thanks and glory to Atiku Abubakar and Baba Olusegun Obasanjo. Nigeria is suffering and drowning in corruption today, all because of people like Atiku Abubakar and Olusegun Obasanjo. Everything we are suffering in Nigeria today is as a result of Atiku Abubakar and Baba Olusegun Obasanjo's mismanagement, incompetency, and irresponsibility. You people dragged us into this mess today. Our problem started since 1999. As a result of you people's failure. Where is Atiku Abubakar? Atiku is so rich and famous and wealthy and powerful, all thanks to Nigerian politics. Where are you? Atiku, you have enjoyed Nigeria as a country. More than 99.99% of youths that are on the streets in Abuja protesting today for electoral reform. So why is Atiku not out? Nigeria belongs to all of us. Not just Peter Obi, not just Mama P, not just Randy Peters, not just the youth in the streets of Abuja today demanding for a better Nigeria. Where is Atiku Abubakar? Fall out. Fall out. You and your group of friends, group of thieves, you people have looted Nigeria dry. You people left us in ICU. We needed to be resuscitated. Then APC come and started looting from where you people stopped. Because Nigeria as a country is like a cat with 9 lives. Where is Atiku Abubakar? Peter Obi will protest. And after protesting, then the ticket will be given to you because Nigeria belongs to you.
Oriyomi, your head dead here. You're right.
Have been looting us dry. You people have been looting and looting and looting. You people have become billionaires, all from governance. Dino Melaye, all of a sudden, Dino now have the compass to manually or electronically or automatically move Nigeria to the next level. Last week, I saw his interview where he was lambasting, castigating, and watering down all the efforts of APC, lambasting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for wasting money, excess spending. Dino Melaye of all people, you that buy cars if you're buying Agwalumo, sell one of your cars and buy Bongoro. Let us use it and go for this protest and do jamming with APC and Akpabio, another failed governor or another failed Nigerian politician. Where are you? Atiku Abubakar, you need to fall out. Dino Melaye, you need to fall out. Erofai, you need to fall out. All of you criminals that call yourself politicians, recycled politicians, recycled thieves. Where are you people? Mona match out. Nigeria is ours.
Una see so una first lady. I go play that video shortly.
Yes, we will come do now. Now look at small protests we will come do now. Small electoral act protests we will come do now. See, some people don't go organize talks. Look at them. Look at them. They give them orientation. See, you don't know where they're from. Look at the real people behind me. Now look at the real people who are doing this. You can see, you see how they are. Look at them very well. Just look at them very well. Bad boys. It will just left now. Look at. Can you see my back? Okay, look at them. They use one bus to bring them. See them there. Like if somebody's talking to them, see they brought dogs. Small protests like this, they will bring dogs. Look at them. Look at them. So in case anything happens later, you say they don't scatter the protest. Look at them, not them. And them, don't they give them orientation? Look at them, not them with that. They did it, see just for the record. Now look at small protests.
They're supposed anyway.
Mrs. Senate President, Mrs. Godswill Akpabio, our dear sister, Mrs. Godswill Akpabio, the second lady of Nigeria, that you cannot remove compulsory electronic transmission of elections results. You cannot expunge compulsory electronic transmission of results. I give you two stories. Number one, I couldn't get a flight to Abuja yesterday. I had to go to Lagos. From Benin to Lagos, the woman in my car had to soak 600 kilometers of road in the precious blood of Jesus because we are afraid of kidnapping on the road. You dare not travel by road in Nigeria. There is no village today in Nigeria where there is no POS. There is no village in Nigeria where there is no prepaid meter. There are 143 million Nigerians are connected to the internet. 170 million Nigerians have internet lines, SIM card. Akpabio is telling me, Senator Mrs. Akpabio for emphasis is telling me that you cannot transmit election results of 93 million people. No be true be that. So our message is clear. And for as long as it takes, we'll be here. Akpabio take we don't, now we no go school, now he no go school. It's time to go transmit and transmute. We know they transmit and transmute electronic transmission of results. Thank you and God bless you.
See Alaji. English Alaji show up. Oh. English Alaji showed up.
I have to fly. Victoria's Chisel. Thank you, Victoria's Chisel. I have to go there. What's doing? I go back. I'm tired of talking. No, you go back. No, don't try that to me. You know that. You know that go break. I think they go play, but we don't tell our friends to sleep for night. No, we don't go sleep now. No, that thing when they toss are not go sleep. They go, yeah. So that thing make you go Twitter. Everybody carry me. Everybody. Because they do and they don't do video now. Never. We did about that. Love you, bro. We did, yeah. Let them advance because it's not that you buy one. Nigeria people, you are the real distinguished Nigerians. These are honorable Nigerians. What do we want? Our vote must. Our vote must. Are you ready to march to the National Assembly? Akpabio. 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 Our vote must. Our vote must. Our vote must. Akpabio. 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 Are we lazy? No. Are we lazy? No. Are we tired? No. Are we criminals? No. Are we bandits? No. Our vote must. Our vote must. My vote must. Your vote must. Your vote must. Akpabio. 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 You must pass the bill. You must pass the bill. Electronic bill must be mandatory. Committee members, Simon Lamont, Reggie King Eben, Zaria King Dixon, Yara Adwa, Osho Mole, pass the bill. Committee members, Bayo Balogun,
necessary.
Very
necessary.
Your voice speaks for the hungry heart, so
Thank you. Thank you.
Honestly, keep doing it.
Our votes must come. Our votes must come. Period. Bring up time. Yes. Someone had observed me like this, Claire. Don't say that the checkmate on this time, more no quarter, shake me.
This guy, Isaac Fayose, was on ground, though.
Let them know we are voting and this electoral reform.
No more electronic transfer. Why not left from 360 days to 180 days?
2019, they spent billions on electoral reform. Jonathan said, okay, let's go Beavers. Let's have electronic voting. Now, 2023, they spent 359 billion again for this same thing. So why do you want to throw it away? Why the sudden no need to transmit? We all know what happened in collation room. Collation room is where you put garri for water. If you go overnight, before you come back, garri don't swell up, not turn to ever. It is better they transmit and they still do manual counting. For Nigerians to be happy, that's what we need.
Do you think
they already denied it that they didn't say there's no electronic transfer. They said it's just transmission and transfer, that the English we want correct.
You watch it live. You watch it like
they were saying that the English they want to correct. So let us wait for them till tomorrow. This one I want it. And tomorrow
we just test the mic.
We test them. Say if you shouldn't test Nigeria.
Test the microphone. The excuse of saying that the network is not working.
That one is 419.
But POS is working everywhere in Nigeria.
Put it this way, how do we explain something that we spent close to a
Odumosu, welcome.
And you just want to throw it like that. It's like carrying our money, throwing it inside.
2026 budget for election is 1 trillion. 1 trillion plus. 1 trillion plus.
No.
My quick sense is that the current agitation and, that we have seen around the Electoral Act Amendment is positive. Positive in the sense that we have continued to ask for more and more citizen oversight over, governance, over the activities of those who govern us. So the more you have people, you have, more and more citizens engaging the issue of lawmaking, the more it is truly that we are expanding the democratic space. Having said that, it is also important to say that the electronic transmission of results is important, but it is not far-reaching. The ask should include electronic transmission and collation. Why do I say so? If the current extant law is what it is, if you mandatorily, compulsorily upload into what we have now, which is the IREV, it means you are still uploading still photos, handwritten still photos, which I'm not sure has computational abilities because it cannot be converted by any computer when handwritten into PDF. So the point, therefore, for me is that the weak link, as we have always said, is actually collation. And collation now has to be tied to, first and foremost, the activities in the polling unit. If results are compromised, if there is community collusion, and those results from the polling unit are manipulated with the agreement of party agents, electoral officials, and security agents within that polling unit, when you upload that result, it does not help in the electoral transparency integrity sentinel that we are trying to push. So I am advocating, and I think a few of our colleagues have also understood that fact, that it is important not to leave it at simply e-transmission. And we should be talking also about e-transmission and collation.
Exactly.
And then for me also, it's important to nuance internet penetration. We cannot discountenance that conversation. Your election cannot be better than your infrastructure. We have to be clear where we can do that in real time. And the way to do that is a harmonization, a kind of concurrence between the service providers, the National Communication Commission, and the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, clearly, transparently putting out where we have internet penetration and where we can, so that when we talk about real-timeness, we don't push ourselves into a situation where we solve a problem and create a bigger one. And then for the report that Yaga had.
Go ahead, for the report here. Please tell us briefly.
For the report that, yes, for the report that Yaga released, what is important is to continue to push for more interest and facility and situations, enabling environment that increases and improve the trust threshold in elections, in public institutions, in all the stakeholder folks within the election pyramid. That is INEC, security agencies, political parties, and even the citizens. We must be able to work in a way that we continue to improve the trust threshold and increase it in a way that captures everybody coming into the fold to make our election more better and credible. And the bigger responsibility, in my view, is that as we talk, electoral reform, we should also be talking political reforms, because the base of our leadership recruitment process is the political parties. And in conversations around reform, you find out that they are absent. What you see is political figures, not the political parties actively engaging. You have opposition figures, you have political figures, engaging the conversation based on the particular interest that they have at any particular time, but not actively seeing political parties in their structure coming out to say, this is our position on this, and they are ready to put boots on the ground alongside civil society as well.
Exactly. Parallel news. New report uncovers 92 fraudulent federal projects under Tinubu government. This man surrounded himself with thieves. We're going to come back to that video that I just scrolled past at another time.
They must give us real-time results.
Thank you, Oriyomi. Eshegun.
Senate President Mrs. Godwin Akpabio, that the community has come to cook for him. Yes. When you cook for community will finish it. When community cook for you, Senator Mrs. Godwin Akpabio. Senator up Mrs. Gossip Lambano. Your children are here to cook for you. Yes. The best you can do now, you go fit chop am. If you no go fit chop am, abeg return mandatory electronic transmission of election results. Now,
You know they ask for too much.
I am telling you.
Of hardship, the destiny of a great in a land of suffering and a time of hardship, the destiny of a great country rests on the shoulders of a competent man. His name, Peter Obi.
Peter Obi.
Peter Gregory Obi. Peter Gregory Obi.
Peter Obi.
In a land of suffering.
Ninjas, una well done, no.
Politician who come out to say, if the National Assembly, anybody politician who come out to say there is no electronic technology to do elections,
welcome,
the person is a thief. Yes. My name is Peter Aka. Peter for Nigeria. Mm-hmm.
Tell us your grievances.
My grievances. Yes. Sir, in certain African countries, there was military coup. Nobody died. In Nigeria, during democratic elections, people died in trying to choose leader. Mahmoud Yakubu received 300 billion to do electronic technology. And on the day of election, after that, they say there was a glitch. After the glitch, they say go to court. Today, Mahmoud Yakubu has been nominated and confirmed to be an ambassador. This level of brazen reward for corruption and criminality is what we have resisted. What Akpabio is doing in the 10th Senate is immoral. Nigerians' vote must count for Nigeria to move forward, because that coalition center is the shrine of INEC election rigging. Shebi Tinubu is the master strategist. They are making bold and giant strides. Who they fear free and fair election? One man, one vote. And if the National Assembly, anybody, politician, who come out to say there is no electronic technology to do elections, the person is a thief. If Nigerian government knows that they do not have enough technology to power elections, they should go and collaborate with terrorists and kidnappers. They should inquire from kidnappers how they are collecting ransom, how they are calling their clients to collect bills. If they know that in 2026 there is no technology, it is available. Our vote will count. And the people are saying this kind of irresponsible leadership by 2027, it must end. Our vote must. Our vote must. Akpabio, you must pass the bill. Simple. Shame on them. Where is Haji Aisha? Please, there is water somewhere so that we can drink water and this thing. Let's go. Continue to have you called your number to your phone.
So Peter Obi says we will accept if Tinubu wins 2027 presidential election based on real-time transmission of results. We want to see it. Now that one they ask for. So some of Showore people show up. They do their own thing too.
Okay. All right.
Why are you here causing confusion for Nigerians?
I'm not causing confusion for Nigerians. I'm here to destroy the confusion Akpabio is trying to cause in Nigeria.
Yes.
That's why we are here. It's plain and simple. We just want our votes to count. We are saying that the mandatory transmission of electronic transmission of results should be upheld. That's all. Because they know why they removed it. They removed it because they want to rig. It's not like if it's there, they will not try to rig. They know it to be harder for them. That's why they quickly removed it. So we are here to say we are observing you and we won't let you do that. Yes. There's been a lot of criminalities in this 10th assembly. So much. You all remember what happened during the tax reform policies and all that. We are even senators. We are shouting that it is not what we deliberated on that is being passed. It is not, the same thing is happening. What kind of criminality is this? It's high time we flush all of them out. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Yeah. And that's why we are here today to say now. Our votes must count. And in Peter Obi's words, he said, let there be no illusion. The criminalities witnessed in 2023 will not be tolerated 2027. Nigerians must begin to rise. And that is why we are rising.
And the church goers left the chat room. Church goers.
90,000. So these children, that's 290,000. So these children, Mama, please come join me, please. These children did not go to school because money not there to pay school. So that's 410,000. So they couldn't go to school because money not there to pay school fee. The parents brought them to protest ground. Okay, let them. No, hide their face. The parents brought them to protest ground because they could not go to school. And then they met us, and everybody here had donated money for them to go to school so that they will not come to protest tomorrow. And together we've done about 410,000 if I'm not mistaken. The reason why they cannot go to school is because in that building there, some people are stealing billions. Money that can send millions of children to school. Out of school children in Nigeria alone is more than the total population of Israel.
Yes. Do you know that in Nigeria there is a Universal Basic Education Act that is supposed to guarantee free and compulsory education
for everybody.
Secondary school. But somehow we have more than 16 million out of school children.
No, wait. You don't understand what is 16 million. Let me explain what is 16 million. Yes. The whole of Israel is less than 10 million. If you add Switzerland join, you never reach 16 million. We have countries gathered together in Nigeria out of school. And then we complain, we wonder why people are becoming bandits. These children are going back to school tomorrow. They are not coming to protest ground. They are our children. God bless everybody that have donated here today. Amen.
Thank you so
Congratulations. Please, make sure, listen, madam, make sure that these children are in school tomorrow. Yes. If possible, do a video to prove to us that they are in school. Yes. Tag everybody, tag Mama P, tag Daddy Peter, tag Ghana, tag everybody.
I'm even a content creator.
Okay, I go follow up.
Tag everybody. God bless everybody. God bless you.
Thank you. I love everybody. Thank you so much for everybody that has
This one don't dey for protest ground. Nigerians are good at heart. You no go better for the government of Nigeria. You no go ever better. This division when they bring on us, they no go die well, them and their children. Nigerians are good people at heart.
Out of the school because of school fees. I live in Abuja, no job. But I just say my children say, how do I go to school? I say, calm down. My mind just say, go there, go to the protest, carry the children, go and show their people.
See better parents now, just because of money, they don't turn to another thing.
Tomorrow.
That's all. Because we go follow up.
Yes. If he has a CV and something so that they can
if you have a CV.
Because they...
Exactly. So that they no go dey raise fund every time. God go bless the people when support.
Somebody should tell Akpabio, if you cook for community, they go chop and finish, nothing will remain.
Oh my God.
But if community cook for you, only you no go fit chop and finish. The one where we dey go so, young people in Nigeria, the youth in Nigeria are cooking for Akpabio. And I can guarantee you, Akpabio, Barao Jibri, Samuel Lalong, Adam Toshomole, and all those leaders in the Senate no go fit chop and finish. 300 million Nigerians want to cook for you, and I can guarantee you that you cannot finish eating it. Today, all road leads to the National Assembly. As I talk to you now, my cab don't lay down with the commot. We are going to join patriots who are there fighting for the future of this country. You were there, your house, they pontificate. Continue. Just continue what you are doing. Nigeria belongs to all of us. Nigeria does not belong to Akpabio. Nigeria does not belong to Tinubu. Nigeria does not belong to Sheyi. Nigeria belongs to every single one living in this geographical environment called the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Akpabio is working for me. They are using my taxes to pay him. Barau is working for me. They are using my taxes to pay him. We are going to his office today. He will explain why they remove mandatory electronic transmission of results. We will meet ourselves.
Demand accountability as regards electronic transmission, mandatory electronic transmission, and do not let these guys deceive you. For them, is about winning elections.
I'm telling
And when they
you.
win elections, it's not about bettering the lot of people. You know what it's about for them? It's about making themselves happy, getting resource for themselves. Let me tell you something that a lot of people do not know. Do you know the same APC, when they were ACN then, in 2013, demanded electoral voting? I'll read your reports. In 2013, precisely on the 13th of January, the Nation newspaper, a paper that is proprieted by the current president and the top APC man, reported that Alhaji Lai Mohammed was asking the then federal government that they must do electronic voting in 2015. Because then ACN, which later became APC, was in the opposition. They never thought that we'll bring out that document. If you go check my Twitter at Rufitify, you will see the document and you'll see the story. And please save that story, because now that we brought it out, they might try to delete it. They went ahead, and based on our research, they went ahead and they were asking the government that there must be electronic voting in 2015. But guess what? Since they won the election in 2015 and all of that, and now they are now in power, they don't want to lose power, they've been trying every means to frustrate electronic voting. In 2022, they tried it. In 2023, they tried it. You see, it's only the electronic voting clause we're talking about, Section 60. Currently, I'm going to be digging deep into whatever the National Assembly has even thought of passing and what we used to have as the law currently to be able to search for other lacunas. Because these politicians don't trust them. They only believe about themselves, so now they can get in power. They get in power so that they can have access to your resources and to call you poor while they steal your money and your resources. So please, I'm going to be charging every lawyer in this country to get a hand on, maybe when they finish, the harmonized copy. And I pray this is not too late, because these guys, I know them. They're only making you see Section 60 now, but they will have buried many other things into this electoral law that we need to unearth. And I hope time is of the essence. And that's why they're deliberately doing it, so that there will be no time. And that's why they deliberately dragged on the electoral law. Just like how, they dragged and all of that, and the things we discovered also in the tax laws. Guys, for the love of this country, sometimes I hardly sleep. Look at my eyes. Deep in the middle of the night, I'm going through documents and documents and documents. Why do I do all of this? I want to give this country a fighting chance.
I'm telling you.
And I believe this country is worth fighting for.
I'm telling you.
So I advise you, go and dig in the documents. Check these 2025 electoral laws and the one they passed in 2022. I'm sure they will have embedded, 2026 electoral laws and the one they passed in 2022. And let's check if they've embedded other things out there. Because, just like it happened in the tax law, we should not say that the minority group has come out to debunk all of their lies, that there were distortions in the tax law between what was passed and what was signed into law. When lawmaker Dansuki was saying it then, everybody thought he was lying. Till today, can't you see that the National Assembly has sidestepped the investigation into the discrepancies in the tax law? Can't you see that the committee they set up in December to evaluate if there were discrepancies, that committee has not brought out a report after February? They must really think every Nigerian out there is a fool. Me, I care too much about my country, and this is the only country I have got. I have got no other passport, I have got no other detail, and this is about what I've got. So what I've got, the knowledge I've got, the capacity of research, the capacity of reading a lot of documents, it's incumbent on us to go through all of this one by one to be able to ensure that we bring clarity to a lot of issues. Guys, be smart. These guys are going to embed a lot. Trust me. They are thinking what you are not thinking. They are the ones that want the power. They want to grab the power. So where you are not focusing on, they focused on that area. They've made whatever deductions they need to make. Don't forget, whatever law is being passed, all of these lawmakers, that they have interest in this one, they have their own consultants. So they pay people to actually see how they can weigh this law to favor them. They have the money. They're using the same resource they've taken from the state to be able to do all of this, and you have nothing.
Exactly.
That's even if you have the media that gives you the information. And that's why I am building a lot of media, to be able to give the information. And that's why on my show tomorrow morning on the radio, there's going to be a breakdown of everything that transpired and every detail for you. Join me 7 a.m. VOP 90.3 FM if you're in Lagos. You can stream it live on YouTube and just listen to those analyses across all my platforms and platforms like this also. Guys, we'll keep talking about this issue. We're never going to relent.
Exactly, Rio.
Guys, is what working hard for.
Hypocrites.
Then you get sleep because of this country. And that's the price you pay as a patriot.
I'm telling you.
Nigeria again, no. From grass to grace, no be from Nigeria again, no. Waiting with them now from grass to forest. Anything will make Tinubu win election again. Now from forest to wilderness.
Not true. Not true. Not true. Okay, so Nigerian engineers endorse real-time transmission of election results, describing Senate objections as technically flawed and professionally indefensible. I'm glad that Nigerians are coming out really strong. I hope they maintain this energy because this energy is needed. These are Showore's people.
If you are coming tomorrow, this one, honestly, I don't allow us to enter today. Coming tomorrow, tomorrow we will enter this place. This National Assembly belongs to us. You know that we are not stopping here tomorrow. Tomorrow we will enter this place. And no force, nobody can stop us from entering National Assembly tomorrow. Who is a criminal? Abadio is a criminal. Who is a bandit? Abadio is a bandit. Who are the criminals? Who are the criminals? All the criminals.
Okay, parallel facts. Nigerian ranked among countries with worst global reputation despite the $9 million lobbying effort to cover atrocities under Tinubu. Okay. They carry bed come like that for National Assembly go hear am.
We want to save democracy. We must save democracy in Nigeria. Attack your let Nigeria go. Attack your let Nigeria go. Attack your let Nigeria go. My vote. Your vote. Our vote. Every vote. Every vote. Every vote. By the vote. No rigging. No rigging. My vote. Your vote. Our vote. No rigging. No rigging. Only
Okay, so here it is. Parallel facts. U.S. judge issues final ultimatum to FBI DEA to release details of Tinubu's narcotics deal. If you want to go read it, go check out Parallel Facts. Gazette, the People's Gazette, just in, angry U.S. judge lambasts FBI DEA for delaying release of Tinubu's criminal records, issues final ultimatum. Go see and I go carry money, you go rush, you want to go cover am, make we see.
Godswill Akpabio has become an enemy of democracy. Here is this. Why would the legislature prevaricate on an issue that the Supreme Court has told you that it encourages electoral rigging, manipulation, and makes you an enemy of democracy? What it means is that Senator Godswill Akpabio has become an enemy of democracy and is sticking to the vicious cycle of election rigging, manipulation, falsification, and subterfuge by trying to maintain the same provision that Supreme Court told you that if you do, you are an enemy of democracy. That man is an enemy of democracy and should be removed if he doesn't resign.
You know, Ken,
Yeah.
that the Senate president can have that kind, let's even forget the audacity, but how can he prevail when the committee of Senate had recommended something that is different? How does that even happen?
In one word, corruption.
You know, when people hear corruption, they always rush to think it is only financial. No. Corruption is the abuse of public office for private gain. Corruption, the whole idea is for self-preservation. The whole idea is that they know they've lost the support of the Nigerian people. And so they want to rig the 2027 election before it even started. Look at shifting the notice, the time INEC will give notice by half. No, what sense does it make? You know why? Because if they conduct their primary earlier, people who will be dissatisfied because they are going to implode will have the opportunity to.
Nigeria, Babo! I want to talk. I want to say. I want to speak. I want to. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the history of the Nigerian people, and rejected and superseded Nigeria, Babo! I want to talk. I want to say. I want to speak. I want to. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the history of the Nigerian people, we have never, we've seen people coming out, but this coming out is one of the most latest coming out. The most Excellency Mr. Peter Obi is here with the president. The reason why His Excellency is here is to show you the capacity of energy. He was in Enugu, he was in Asaba, he was also in Delta State. Yesterday he was in Kano. Today it is here to solidarize with you. Tell me, how many of the presidential candidates have come out to support you in this regard? Two, the issue is about the lives and properties of Nigerian people. They have held us in perpetual poverty for too long. The only thing that we hold on to ourselves is having a credible election. It's credible election that will give us credible leaders. We are saying that we must have credible election, and that means transmission of the laws from the polling units directly to the RF. Where they used to manipulate is at the collation center. We say no to collation center. We say direct transmission of the laws. We say we must have credible election in Nigeria. No credible, no transmission of the laws. Election, no election. Election must be done credibly. We must have credible leaders in Nigeria. Because Nigeria people.
Okay, we've seen this before. Let's just move forward.
I get abused all the time because on Facebook I get abused all the time by young people who say, what did you do when you were in office? Is it today that you've discovered Nigeria has gone bad? And so on and so forth. You are an angry generation, and maybe you have a right to be. But anger alone doesn't solve the problem. It is constructive thinking and solutions that will solve the problem. Because you can be as angry with me as you like, but in 20 years I'll be dead. Okay? So you have to find someone to be angry about, and then you'll be 40-something. And then your children will be angry at you if you don't solve the problem. So, because on Facebook.
Hey, hate him. I don't quite, it's not my favorite, but there's some truth there. There's some truth there. Eh? Let me take this back and play a couple more videos and then we'll call it a day. Okay? Now, this is Ebonyi State. The Nigerian military has arrested most of our youth and virtually every man that they come across in our village, Amasiri. Our community is now deserted because of this ongoing crisis. Lady calls out Francis Nwifuru, governor of Ebonyi State. Sid, welcome. Oh, I hope so. You see. Say now let Peter Obi show up. Oh, I not see Atiku. I not see Erufai. I not see Aregbesola. I not see what they call Amechi. When he say, may Amechi come to teach us how to stone these people. I not see Amo. Not be now. Tomorrow, somebody go come say, what does he? I don't even see Prince Adebayo. I don't see him. Justice Abba Aji, Supreme Court of Nigeria. She said modernity and technology stare us in the face, and we cannot turn back the hand of time. To go against the use of technology or electronic transmission or transfer of election results in this high-tech time and period is to be an enemy of democracy and to stick to the vicious circle of election rigging, manipulation, falsification, and subterfuge. All this big grammar. When they bribe their mates, where they. I beg, Esa people. Esa, oh yeah. They say these arrested bandits and kidnappers claimed Ugboha. DPO. Esa people wanna open our ear. Police station in Esa, east of Edo State, brought them into the state to be committing what? The atrocities. Your DPO in Ugboha brought these criminals to the state to do what? Commit atrocities. Mark and down. Esa, oh yeah. Okay, let's move on. Wanna listen to the first lady.
Whatever is happening, at times, who would have, you said President Trump recognized me. Who would have thought that would happen, to even say the least? So when you look at that, I'm getting global recognition in all of it, despite, and that is what life is all about. If something is going to be good, it will come from, the rebels, and it starts like that. And then we have that attention, we have the conversation going, and we expect, there will be more, it's going to yield a better fruit for us, and both for us and also America.
President Trump had words of praise for you this morning, but there are still some U.S. lawmakers that believe that there is as they call it, Christian genocide going on in Nigeria.
I'm telling you, Sid.
For not doing enough. What do you say to that argument? What do you tell them?
We've been able to educate them more about the situation on ground. We live in Nigeria. We know that, this is a democracy, and we are getting close to re-election, and there will be a lot of portals of the beliefs they want the outside world to know. And we can see that with this government, we just out of a lot of economic crisis that we inherited, because this is the first time the government of Nigeria will remove fuel subsidy. We were producing oil, but we were not refining them. So now Nigeria, we have refined products, and we're not importing fuel like before. So our exchange rates are stabilizing. The country is moving forward. We're trying to make sure that insecurity we can tackle. And the president has even changed the service chiefs. They've replaced them with new ones. So we're looking at reforms. In November, because of what is going on and the world concern about Nigerian Christians, the government, my husband declared a state of emergency on the 26th November 2026 and on insecurity. And by that, what did he do? He had to ask the police inspector general to recruit additional 50,000 police officers. And then the soldiers, 24,000 officers, so that they can help in, to secure insecurity. And not only that, there are 10,000 forest guards that were not carrying arms before. It said they should be armed so that they can secure the forest where all those terrorist groups, take hiding, and so that, and also the bandits and people that are, killing for ransom or asking people, kidnapping for ransom rather. So those are the target. And also not only that, 11,566 police officers that were under VIP assignments have been recalled. So that, and they've been sent to all the hotspot areas in Nigeria,
really?
Like Plateau State, Benue State, Taraba, and also other communities that they felt that they needed. So, and that's what has been happening.
And they still have their long convoy.
We are concerned about our people's safety. Nigeria is a country that encourages freedom of religion, and which is entrenched in our constitution. And we are trying to make sure that even investors, when they come to Nigeria, because our, economic growth is rising steadily, and then we want to make sure that, we can do that. And there's so much work to be done. So we are not ready to blame past administration, because when Nigeria was in the boom age, we didn't really invest well. So, and this is what, we've inherited now. We have to see what to do, and we have to partner with other countries who mean well for Nigeria, and and those who can help us, making sure that our insecurity situation is dealt with.
I hear you. Hey, he say he described Christmas Day U.S. military airstrikes on Islamist militants in Sokoto, northwest Nigeria, as a blessing, signaling her husband's government. You see, it's a family something. You understand? I don't know who give her this address. She's supposed to say the president, and then she feel add my husband, because nobody they follow and drag that guy going. But if I first acknowledge, first of all, anyway, why am I even wasting my breath? Please move on. I beg. These are people that don't know what they are doing. They just come there by thievery. So there's no need. Meanwhile, information, this is Apostle Michael Olowokere. He said, information reaching me now is that a village, Dunshigogo, still under Kayama local government in Kwara State, have been served same letter like Woro by Fulani terrorists. I understand that businesses are already closing up and people are fleeing in mass. I don't even know who to call on now that won't sabotage the lives of these people. It's funny but not funny. He reluctantly tagged President Tinubu, Donald Trump. Please help the people of the village to ensure we don't record another Woro massacre in Dunshigogo. Thanks. Oh! Oswan, Nigeria. Anyway, Mona listen to Emir Saddam give it to religious people. Where they need to show up, they don't show up.
Two videos that happens simultaneously or probably within a 48 hours radius of each other. This is what this video is.
But we will wait. This is what you want. We will wait.
I'm telling you, Chibike.
You gave your word
Chibi say, he say wife of a particular concern. I'm telling you.
When you say something, it should be that thing. Let me tell every one of you.
I'm telling you, Sydney, secure insecurity. Not be your husband, they pour fuel for motor.
We all have neighbors.
Everybody
is suffering.
Ìyàwó drug.
This is what you want. We will wait.
Wait, I'm telling you. See NSPPD crowd. Today, when they supposed to dey National Assembly ground, na NSPPD they dey.
Live at the NSPPD Prayer Conference Lagos 2020.
26. What's today's date, sir? It's amazing.
Of course, you know, go amazing.
In the face of God.
The face of God. At all.
Well, the first video you guys saw was an abrupt protest of Nigerians in Abuja when the news broke out that the Senate are trying to reject the mandatory transmission of electoral results in real time. And the next day, so many Nigerians, just if you can barely count them, there are less than 100 people there with their signposts, saying no to glitches and everything, coming out demanding for their human rights. That's the first video. And the second video was on the prayer conference of the NSPPDS in Lagos. And you cannot count the people that day. When I saw this content, I saw these videos, I was like, this is exactly the problem of Nigeria. And mind you, before you go in, I'm a very, very spiritual person, so don't even go there. I'm not even one that will come and play. I am totally a believer. I believe in God. I understand the administration of God, and I can vividly talk about what God has done for me as a person. So I'm not going to come and water down where God's children gather. No. But the problem here is in the application, especially for Nigerians. If you look at that NSPPDS concert, I can tell you that vividly that in that concert, without me being modest, 95% of people in that concert are there for what God can do for them. Not because they genuinely love God.
I'm telling you.
But because of what God can do for them. Some of them are there for jobs. Some of them are there for healing.
Husbands.
Husbands. Some are there for financial breakthrough. You can name it. That's why the majority of them are in that place, seeking for miracles. That is the truth. And so you see that if there's another of this kind of conference, probably tomorrow with RCCG Church, in that same venue, it will be filled up again. If it happens again next tomorrow with another different denomination, it will be filled up. Why? Because we have a people that do not truly love God, but want what God can do for them. That is why that phrase, what God cannot does not exist, is a very strong phrase in Nigeria, because we want God to do everything for us. But there is one thing God will not do for Nigerians. God will not come and fix Nigeria for us. God will never come and fix Nigeria for us. Because God will not do for you what He has empowered you to do for yourselves. And let's just suppose those two videos you just watched. And imagine that those people that are in that gathering were the ones demanding for good governance. Nigeria would have been a better place today. Because automatically those people that are in power, we understand that the people have really woken up to understand their rights and their demands. Automatically what it means is that the government will start getting scared of the people. A country whereby the government that's made up of less than 1,500 people is not scared of 200 million people. That country is hell. And so therefore, the people that are massively brainwashed don't even know the power that they have. Imagine those people that we saw at NSPPDS now. It's NSPPDS.
Welcome, Amobi.
In Abuja, because we have them in their millions in Abuja. Across the country. Imagine those numbers now come out in their millions to exercise their human right, because this is their own basic right. This is what God wants of us as His children, to exercise our rights. Right to worship Him. Right to demand for a better living in the country He has given us. No Nigerian has any excuse if he stands before his maker and accuse God of not helping him. Because God brought you into the most richest nation on earth. We have no business with poverty in Nigeria. You cannot pray your way out of poverty. How many people in those millions there will get a job? How many people in those millions there will get a visa? How many of them? In an economy that is not actually creating jobs, where will these miraculous jobs come from? These are the questions I demand, and that's why you see, for me, I always tell people, know God for yourself. Because if you know God for yourself, you will not be hoodwinked or deceived by religion. I have a series that I want to put out, a very controversial series, but it's a pyramid of how they have kept Nigeria in chain. And our religious leaders are part of that pyramid. Unfortunately, I respect them, I respect the work many of them do. But the truth of the matter is that they're part of the system why Nigeria might never be liberated. Because what they sell to Nigerians is a God that is going to do everything for us, which is a lie. In the same Bible that they read and we read, you see prophets of God fighting systems, speaking truth to power. John the Baptist was beheaded because he told King Herod that you have no right taking your brother's wife. He spoke truth to power. And you can go and read the books of the prophets. You see them speaking truth to power. Now we have toothless men of God that can't even speak truth to power or even encourage their followers to do what is right. Why? Because if they do, and if Nigeria begins to work, I tell you, the churches will be empty. But I'm just going to leave this here because there's a whole lot of things to say. I also Nigerians wake up to the reality to understand that God will not come down and fix Nigeria for us. But we ourselves will be the architects of our greatness or of our failures.
Seed. Now you make the sisters they marry rubbish and nonsense. Tell me how you're going to find any sensible person in that type of gathering. Please tell me. That is why they are marrying rubbish and nonsense that they cannot hold to account. Look at your politicians. Look at the leaders that you have. They all have wives, they all have mistresses, they all have all kinds of things. None of them have a wife who hold them to account. You don't ask yourself why. It's not just to marry, not be by marry. You are better off being alone and achieving what you ought to achieve than being in a marriage where you cannot talk, you cannot fight for humanity, you cannot call your husband to order, you cannot call your wife to order. What kind of marriage is that? Even me, when I grow up for traditional home, I see when my mama they give my papa woto. If he do something when he no agree with, or he go spend money when he's supposed to do another thing, they spend am for another place. I see the woman they call her to account. Those were traditional people. Those were people who believed in the traditional marriage, as it were. All this nonsense. The husband and wife, some people they see up and down now when they don't know their value. Please, you don't even pray. You don't pray for a man. You don't pray for a woman. It happens naturally. It happens organically. While you are busy facing your front and doing what concerns you. It's not, prayer does not deliver it to you. That's the point that I don't get. You spend all these years. I know people who spent years in church praying for husband, they not get. They even buy, some of them buy, they not see. Some of them ended up becoming mistresses to their pastors. Please, I'm not calling a talk religious matter, but I just wanted to bring that point. I just want to bring that point. Waste of energy and time. You are praying for which husband? Which wife are you praying for? Men don't pray for wives. Why are men not praying for wives? How many men do you see coming out and kabashing and spending the time they should be using to hustle for money and hustle for their life and focusing on their purpose? How many of them do you see wasting time praying? People that ought to be coming into their purpose and achieving their purpose, they are busy wasting their time in words that mean nothing. Abi, you've not heard. God is not in the church in Nigeria. But I say you don't understand what they happen. God has left the church in Nigeria. I repeat it again. Anybody who ain't not like to hear and may go hit his head for word. He ain't there. Because you have dumb, deaf and dumb people in the churches in Nigeria. If I might add, most of the world. That's not why I came here. I beg. But I just wanted to bring that point out. Now slaves, now they go pray for husband. You want a man to enslave you. That's what that means. What is a man? What is a woman? Those are things that happen naturally. You meet person, you like each other, you like what the person they do, the person like what you now they do, we now move on. This one, that one, we now understand each other, we now understand what. Haven't you seen? Me, I've seen marriages where the woman, this now what they do. They meet each other. Maybe the man did not have so much, but the woman joined together, they built an empire. I have seen it. Or the man meet the woman is still struggling, the man was able to help her to put this together. Before you know it, they have an empire of their own. What are we talking about? These people are preaching wrong messages to people. Telling people to come and sow seed for man, sow seed. Human being that you cannot dictate what their next thought is. Humans that are complex, you want to, how do you pray for somebody to, you think they don't have their own will? Anyway, I don't understand it, Sha. Good luck to them. Good luck.
are at the National Assembly complex and they are making their voices count. How do you feel? How do you also feel now seeing that we have been the one holding this country down? That we have been the one particularly keeping this country at the level it has been? That if we had stood up against these oppressors, it is even perplexing to believe that we are betrotting or we are blaming people that are supposed to be scared of us. That is how bad it is. It's like a lion quarreling that it is a particular monkey that has stopped it from going out to eat food. When monkey, as it were, when you really get out the monkey at the rise of your frame and structure, that particular monkey is to run. That's how we have bequeathed our own powers and privilege and even right to some riffraffs in the name of strategies or politicians. People that are not up to 1 million around this country. I'm not even sure they are up to 500,000 around this country. How many politicians do we have? How can these people be able to? They are even surprised that we are blaming them for keeping us this low. How do you feel now, seeing that we have been the one putting ourselves down? We have been the one disrespecting ourselves. How do you feel? Like that very popular proverb that says that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now that Nigerians are ready, let's see what is going to happen. And I'm sure we have also learned from this episode. Because whilst we want to celebrate whatever we are doing now, it shows one thing, that the leadership of this country is as perfect square pegs in square holes to the citizenry of this country. Because our leadership is always reactive and never proactive. The same thing we have done now with this electoral act. When people like Randy Peters have been all around shouting, some of us have added our voices to ensuring that we move to make a mark. If we had done this protest before this thing, we will not be here now. The reason we are here now is because we have failed to do what we are supposed to do. Yeah. If we are mobilized, we don't need an event to happen. We don't need to be sidelined. We don't need to be usurped. We don't need to be embarrassed. We don't need to. There's no need for a coup before we make our voices count to say, hey, watch out. This is how we want this thing to be done. This is how it must be. We don't need to be. We don't need to be. Unfortunately, we've left a lot of things slide. Instead of us to stand up, take advantage, speak about it. We have been cruising. We have been doing defense and attack for people that do not. A lot of these celebrities should, no matter who becomes president of Nigeria, they cannot suffer again in the next 20 years. They have careers, they have talent that is taking them around the world. Some of them have got investment that can. I was driven to a place in London, and I saw a very popular Nigerian artist. I was shown his house. His house, not on mortgage. His house that he bought raw cash and is living in. With several businesses he has invested in. And then you are there defending them online, whereas the most important thing to you, you have left it undone. How do you feel now that we have been the one that made this thing? The reason we are coming out today, everybody is not coming out, everybody is not saying, oh, this one not come out, that have been not come out, this one not come out, is because we are free to do what we're supposed to do since. Since when Randy Peter said it, some of you did not allow hatred of your faith to have, we should have added our voice, and by now we should have made several. Now it is now reactionary. The same thing we quarrel with our government for. What is the difference? So people that say that the leadership is of the people, this is what they mean. And I want to appeal to you. Unfortunately, some of us couldn't make it because, of course, the announcement came quite impromptu. We couldn't do a lot of things, and we've got a lot of things that we need to handle. I've said something to somebody, people make certain references. I'm not scared of being arrested. But I have a few persons that are on my list that I need to help as much as important. There are people that have been thrown into DSS custody. There are many court cases and NASS. There are many things that Nigerian politicians have not been doing to say, okay, we need to sort out a few things before we say we don't mind anymore. There are people that in the next 1 month, if they don't get out of DSS custody, a lot of things will happen to them. Their health are deteriorated. Their families can no longer hold it. And a lot of things are going wrong. So we just have to keep our voice and put our legs on their necks. So that is it. And again, this came quite impromptu. I'm trusting that we do not need to wait for these people to offend us like this to come out. Should there be any reason? Should there be any reason for us to speak? And I'm telling you, if you go through now the amendment bill, you will see that there are several things. These people, there was supposed to be a 10-year jail term for people that are caught bribery during an election. But the National Assembly removed it. So we are talking about mandatory and real-time transmission of results. There are other things that they remove because they know they will be complicit. They know that they'll be involved. This is their stock in trade. It's not the same as Akpabio, that somebody was jailed for aiding him in an election, and you expect. So never you expect your oppressors to willingly submit to oppressing you. It's their stock. It's what they enjoy to do. It is you that will speak up for yourself. In the story of the children of Israel in Egypt, did you ever hear one day that Pharaoh woke up and said, no, it is time because you have been here for too long, come and go? They were using them. These guys are using us. They are benefiting. And that's why they will tell you, blah, 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 blah. Ask yourself, how much do they pay their personal doctors that come to take care of them? How much are the doctors in the Nigerian hospitals being paid? How much are the teachers being paid? How much are these guys, professionals, being paid? Bankers in Nigeria. Do you know how bad it is? So when we want to change this system, we are not just, a lot of things need to be changed. The Nigerian banking system contracts their banking services to contractors, to HRO, to recruitment agencies. Recruitment agencies collect as much as 128, 130,000 from this bank and pay these bankers a meager 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, and there is no growth. How many people do they employ directly from the bank? These are things that we need to wake up to. So don't expect the oligarchs. It may not be politicians. There are some business people that are also benefiting from this kind of weak structure. Fragile rules that should bother us. So it is something that we must do. We have a necessity. It's irrespective of your political affiliation, your ideology, who you want, who you perceive, who you like, who you admire. It is the process must begin from situation like this. Let's not wait to be in this kind of situation. Again, congratulations, and I'm proud of every compatriot of mine that has stood out and gone into stood out at the National Assembly complex. Together, Nigeria will be great again.
I hope this is the energy that needs to be maintained as we go into 2027. This is the energy. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the energy that needs to.
From the United States, we kick off with President Bola Tinubu, who has played host to a high-level delegation from the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, led by its Commander General Davin Anderson at the State House, Abuja, on Sunday, in a meeting attended by the top brass of Nigeria's military and security organizations, including the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, Chief of Defense Intelligence, Lieutenant General Emmanuel Wandiande, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Mohammed Mohammed, the Director General of the Department of State Services, Tusin Ajayi. This meeting, which took place on Sunday, comes amid intensified security cooperation between Nigeria and the United States following the Christmas Day airstrikes on terrorist camps in Sokoto State. Last week, both AFRICOM and the Nigerian Defense Headquarters confirmed the presence of a small team for capacity building, professional military education, intelligence sharing, logistics support, and strategic dialogue. Well, in an exclusive report related to this matter, the cable has spoken to sources who have confirmed that the two nations have agreed to the establishment of a station for the refueling of U.S. drones, reporting that a northeastern state has been designated the host for the station. According to the cable, the station would allow U.S. officials to fly in from Ghana, which is a hub for America's military logistics network in Africa, to strategize on supporting Nigerian troops. The publication also spoke to a former U.S. official who is said to have given further details about the small military team, a scope which the report says has been assigned to the 3rd Special Forces Group. That's a group that has engaged in Afghanistan, Iraq, Mali, and Ethiopia in the past. A Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has maintained that these U.S. troops are not combat troops. But there's been so much conversation on social media, as you can imagine, based on this development. Let's quickly take some reactions from X. Kingsley posted and said, the safety of our families is at risk due to terrorism, and the Nigerian military partnership with the U.S. could be a game changer. With U.S. support, Nigeria can strengthen its defenses, gain valuable training, and bring lasting stability to our country. However, Olukayode also posted and said, this is not a viable project. Let it be clear that we are inviting unforeseen future problems. I bet Nigeria and those clamoring for U.S. intervention will surely come back crying of manipulation. It is advised not to allow any U.S. military establishment on our soil. It will backfire. Well, of course, you can imagine that this is one of those issues that from the onset we saw that it was extremely divisive, extremely polarizing, as people had very different views. Ayo, I'll start with you today. These developments, especially with regards to the fact that there was a confirmation that there was a small team. Now it's looking like
it's a little bit more than a small team, possibly the establishment of a station, and people are saying, well, this is just political talk for a base is going to be set up. Are we getting ahead of ourselves?
So this is the concern of a number of people, and I think, I remember when this news first broke, one of the things I had mentioned was that the first news we heard about this came from the AFRICOM commander himself. He held a briefing with some pressmen, some journalists, a virtual briefing, and from that then we knew that, okay, they said they had a few, boots on ground, and there was that debate around what was their mission, what was the timeline, not specific details are not given, and I'd said that it would be great for the Nigerian side to take a lead on this conversation. Let us hear from the Nigerian government first before we hear about what's happening on our own soil from the US command. Now, the day afterwards, I believe the Minister of Defense had come out to clarify, saying, no, it was just a small team. They were coming here for intelligence gathering, just a small team coming in, and there was no base, to debunk that rumor. Now that we're now hearing whispers of the fact that, okay, no, it's not base, it's just small team. They're just here. It then further deepens, unfortunately, this trust deficit, particularly when the government says something with regards to the state of security and this collaboration between the United States and Nigeria. From the very beginning, when we had asked them, we had said we're going to go into a collaboration, there were dissenting voices who had expressed doubts around the extent to which this collaboration would go and what would Nigeria's role be. And then how the US comes into a country and essentially, as a superpower, takes over. Usually it's not on equal footing. They come as a senior partner. And this is what was consistently pushed, that Nigeria must protect Nigeria's interest in this matter. Now it's coming up that there's likely going to be a setup, a station here. When we did then, what's the difference between a station and a base? I believe at this point, just to wrap up on this point, that the Nigerian government ought to be transparent and honest with its people. Nigeria first is what we've consistently said on this table. Yes, a number of people have expressed the welcome of US support to help us finally tackle and fight against and decimate terrorists and defeat insecurity in Nigeria to a very large extent. But what is the price for that? And that's a big question for a number of people. To what extent are we willing to sell? To what extent are we willing to bargain? I hope that the government will put Nigeria's interests first, even though it's important and critical for us to fight against terrorism.
I'm telling you, see, it go soon shele. It go soon shele. All your politicians, Akpabio announced, say they know they do e-transmission. Iran. When they come Tuesday now, I don't even know why people they announce say that they come meet them. Anyway, my people, now here I go wrap up. I don't show now the wetin dey shele today. I say make I run come tell now, as per me, I don dey monitor this thing. I monitor until I fall asleep yesterday. I monitor the thing till I fall asleep. So guys, let's leave it here for now. I go see you now on the next one. Thank you all for joining me. Trump is coming all the way. Hailing Trump to Trump do that show. I'm telling you, well done, no. Trump try. It was not be Trump. So make I repeat this thing again. Una see am, abi una no see am. This protest today, Peter Obi show. ADC chairmanship election when they happen for Abuja. Peter Obi, na only in they support the waka with Dr. Mo up and down. Did they not say they are ADC? Where is Atiku? Where is Amechi to come and teach us how to stone politicians? Where is El-Rufai? Where is Aregbesola? Where is Dino Melaye? Where they? I not see them, not tomorrow now. People will now come out and say, the leaders are not showing, even Prince Adebayo, that was doing cho, that I was liking his energy. I did not see him, I did not see him. We are paying attention. Because this electronic transmission of result, now everybody go work for. It will reduce people being hurt. It will reduce people coming to snatch from polling units. It will reduce magic happening in collation centers. You fit say no go hit you now revolving door. Maybe say go reach your turn tomorrow. That same law when you not support, now go come show you pepper, show you tears the next day. We are taking note. Nigerians are waking up. Nigerians that showed up to the National Assembly, thank you very much. This is the energy going into 2027. This should be the energy going into 2027 election. Anyway, with that, I say Thank you very much. Say make I soft on the rest. I'm telling you, pure or nothing, anything outside that all man go move. Forget, now they don't show themselves already. All right, guys, I'll see you on my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.